Real
It's
question I
cool.
wanted to ask you because you just had a 2-month-old. To me, babies are no younger than 2 years old. You just had a 2-year-old.
You're picturing it right.
You have a 2-month-old.
Yeah, 2 months.
Fresh as
crazy.
the fucking morning bread.
Where was she?
You're but I assume I haven't watched your show. It sounds from the description that it's probably every television show ever made, in that it's not you. Is it you doing stand up, and it's the Mindy Project, but you're a white dude. I'm just making a guess.
We please put that on the DVD box.
It's the Mindy Project,
but I'm
with
a white
guy.
dude.
And he's not a doctor.
I also can't quite figure it out.
But let me rephrase that. Like,
please.
Is your show about a single dude finding life and love in a coastal city, or is your show about a dude who's already married? And in either case, I have another question.
Yeah, it was like disturbing how you kind of summarized all of TV just then. Because it's fair. It's a guy who was married. It's based on me. I was married when I was 28. My wife had an affair with a small Italian man named Rocco, which is a name you said earlier.
Rocco Siffredi.
Yeah, as a porno name.
Yeah.
And big boobs, booby boobs, or whatever.
Yeah, because the turnover rate with porn
It was,
female
it
porn
was
stars is higher.
something boobs a lot. I know that.
Let's go all the way back. Round the corner, fudge is made. Me three. Okay.
Your first wife left you for a fellow named Rocco.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Rocco. Nice guy, actually. I'm not just saying that. He was a really sweet guy. I really like him.
So the show is kind of a flashback to a portrait of you
Yes.
when you were single.
You know, it's funny. A lot of TV and movies start with an affair. Our pilot has an affair. But I mean, you know, we talked about Joseph Campbell. You need that inciting thing. And in my case, my life really had that thing. I was in the shallow end of comedy. My wife leaves everything that I knew, fell away. And then I was like sort of forced into the deep end. And the conceit is there are all these Obi-Wan type characters like Artie Lang, Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, that sort of shepherd me and teach me because they think it's sweet. A lot of people thought I was like a sweetie, and they were like, "Isn't it? Look at this yokel, and he's religious, and he's sweeter than the scene. We're going to help him out." That actually happened quite a bit.
And so it's kind of like, but you're currently you're partners with this person, and now you've created a life as of 2 months ago. My question, it has to do with having a successful show that's going to keep on running. And now, like, as creators, our big fantasy is like, write what you know, and then you create this thing, and it's like, it's about us and it's about me and all this stuff. And like, my question is always, how do you cope with that 3 seasons into it when you're now coming home to a California king-size bed with a person who is like what is the relationship between you and your partner with the show? Like, when the show is about you, it's about you being single, right? The show is not about you being married. The show is about you dating, right? I'm asking because I don't know. I feel like I would.
Whoa! Golden Corral, take it easy.
I'm confirming that first of all, and then my question is like, does that cause? Is that like how does that work?
I think I hear you. I think I hear you. My show, my wife, my new wife, but Valerie. We've been married for almost a year now. We've been together for over 5-6 years. And we had the baby. And I'm currently making a show reenacting my old marriage.
Right.
And then also the woman who's one of our best friends as a couple, Jamie Lee, who plays my girlfriend on the show, is actually my ex-girlfriend. So when we talk about how spectacular and loving Valerie is, it's not that I'm just like making believe of the past with actors. I'm actually making believe of the past with my ex-girlfriend. So she's tremendous. She's actually winning an Emmy this year. The supportive wife Emmy. Is that what you meant?
I kind of, but now I have 8 more questions because like, wait, didn't you? Is your ex-girlfriend?
Do you think that answered his question?
No, because didn't you...
Don't
wait.
act like you were clear on his question. I listen to people for a living. And that was like a tour through like
I guess I don't get
a
to...
Walmart that sold words, but there was an earthquake.
I want to separate it from like if I wanted to be like a thoughtful interviewer, it'd be like I would have watched the show and be like,
No,
but
don't-
what do you think?
don't feel that way.
I'm saying, as a creator who I assume, like I said, like you're doing a show, is the character named Pete?
Yeah.
So is he a stand-up?
Yeah.
Is he? So that's my question. Is like we all do that. Like we tell.
Does he jerk off to his grandpa?
That was him.
Oh, okay.
And my question, and I think you could talk about this for more, is like
The more you drink, the more you sound like
baby?
Robert Crumb.
you
Where
can
you're
talk
just like,
about this
Nickel
for
out of
more.
comics.
Is that just that general area? I don't have the smart question about it because I haven't seen the show.
You're
or
doing wonderful.
It's
You
like,
can ask me anything. We're friends.
don't patronize me. I'm a good interviewer.
You're doing great.
I'm just curious about your personal, and if I'm prying, then you just go, don't pry. But having a partner in your life, and you go like I've known like it's like 50 comics who like so it's like my show's called Franklin, and what's the show about? Well, it's about the fact that I'm Franklin and their name is Franklin, and it's like, well, it's about growing up in the Bronx and being married to a thing, and it's like, well, okay, so a lot of that is obviously based on the things you talked about in your act, and therefore now that's based on your life, and that's my curiosity is these conversations that have to happen when you come home from work or you watch something together, and the challenges that your partner goes through where they're like, is that about me, or is that about your cousin Amy, or what's going on
Or is that
here?
real? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that happen? Do you feel that way? Yeah, I suppose the whole process, if I'm hearing you correctly...
Pete, it was a yes or no question.
All right. Well,
I feel like I could answer in the style in which I was asked.
yes.
You know, when you're making a show like this that is oftentimes autobiographical, but not without its fictions, you know, you take deviations into different roads, and the roads become avenues, and some of them become cul-de-sacs and send you back the way you came. But when you're looking over that hill and there's somebody like your partner and they're wondering, is this something we watch together? Is this something like The Sopranos where we cook a meal and we eat the meal and we watch it? Or is it more like a theme show or a barbecue kind of night off of nudity? And why do you keep coming in this wood chipper?
That's the best impression of me that I have always wanted. I'm like, James Adomian, will you ever do an impression of me? It's
yeah.
like, no, I would never dirty my hands with that. That was the first impression I've
Is that
ever heard
right?
of me. That was fantastic.
Somebody sent me a clip of someone, was it you? It's fine if it was, doing an impression of me on this podcast.
I don't think so.
Any diehard fans
If I did an
remember
impression
that?
of you, it would be like, I'm a great guy.
Well, it was very sweet, actually. It was somebody...
Do you want a vegan cookie? I have a show on HBO. Hey, it's me. It's me. I'm Pete Holmes. If I don't seem very dimensionalized, it might be because you have clinical narcissism. Maybe you don't see anybody as
that's
human.
so fun.
Maybe everyone's a color form to you.
That is brutally honest.